We have a voicemail for you with a guy criticizing your whips. He said,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, all right. Let's see it.
Was it Todd Gendra?
No, it wasn't. It's in there.
I feel like is it not playing right now, or where?
No, it's not playing right now. Let's see if we can play it.
All right, let's
Did you
play.
really not get one?
No, I really did. Hold on. We got to go through maybe a few here, or a second.
Mathis, Nate from Ohio. What was going on with Nick Way's whips this
That was
weekend?
awesome.
Or I guess you could call them whips. I don't know if he went back to the 90s and forgot how to or what. But also, bench racing question. Is it a little bit...
Nate from Ohio, what is up with your whips?
I don't know. That guy's the tone of his voice and his intelligence level on which I was picking up right there, not credible.
He's clearly a student of the sport.
All right. Well, Nick just wanted to know. Nate just wanted to know.
Hey, I'm just trying to put butts in seats, dude.
Trying to sell some Kawasaki's.
Trying to give the fans what they want to see. Yeah, I came back from the last chance walking back, and Reed Nordean was coming back through, and I said, "You're welcome. I just sold some Cowies."
Good St. Louis for you though, 11th place, and you. I said after the race that you were 16th or 17th. Well, the official stats had you 20th place after lap 1. So
that's because I made some trick moves. I was 22nd at some point.
Right. So even better, catching and passing a lot of guys and finishing 11th.
Yeah, I mean it's just it's pretty embarrassing that we're amping up in 11th, honestly. But I felt like I rode pretty decent. So hopefully I can do better this week.
Kiefer, do you feel like it's embarrassing to hype up an 11th in a 450 Supercross class?
No, it's killer.
I don't know.
I've noticed too. Nick rides way better in the mains than he does in his semis.
Yeah. My biggest critic, aka my wife, also says that she actually she doesn't attend a lot of events, but I did get a real ass chewing at Pontiac, Detroit. After the semi, yeah. Sometimes though, Kiefer, you don't want to go to the last chance, so you're like, I ain't gonna win this semi. Like, dude, I'm just trying to get in the top 5, whatever.
Don't tell Barsha that.
Yeah. JT had no problem going to LCQs. It was his time to shine for the most part.
Oh yeah, sometimes you got to do it.
He did crush it a lot. He sent a lot of good guys packing.
JT, did you ever tank a semi to get to the LCQ?
No, definitely not.
That takes some balls.
Not intentionally.
You were going to take the qualifying spot.
I tanked plenty of semis, but it wasn't on purpose.
Nick, where do you stand? JT and I and Kiefer, big argument earlier in the show here. Where do you stand on Justin Barsha? He's in qualifying spot, 2 turns to go. He puts a classic Supercross block pass on.
It's not a Supercross pass.
It's a Supercross
no
pass
such thing as that.
On Weston Pike. Pike's very angry. JT feels like Justin should have been like, hey, we're all qualifying, we're all good, 2 turns to go. Kiefer and I feel like, hey, bro, Supercross racing, man. Nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm just saying you have to leave the guy room. That's all.
Where do you stand on that?
Well, I mean, it's like it's up to each rider how they want to race, because it's obviously there's going to be a day in which they're going to get raced the way they race others, obviously. So I saw that on TV. I was actually to see where I was actually pretty close to those dudes. I was in 5th. So I was hoping one of them were going to crash and going to make it out of the heat. But obviously Barsha did not need to kind of make that pause and an extra I just passed you, buddy. But that's kind of just how he rolls. I mean,
Second Mathis.
He almost got passed back. Dungy almost passed both of them. But I mean, honestly, that's kind of just a little bit too much attitude for the situation.
Yeah, but the question is,
if it was the last turn for the win or something in the main, and you were wanting to make sure this dude didn't square you up in the last corner, so you're mess him up, But maybe not for whatever 2nd and 3rd in the heat, which top 4 made it,
I don't know. I feel
in my book, but whatever.
Weston
Some people just don't think about that.
Weston probably did the same shit though. If that was Barsha right there, and Weston was behind Barsha.
No, I agree with you.
So now you're speculating on what Weston would have done.
That's what we do. We speculate here.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like Weston would have done that as pissed off as he was.
I don't know. It had to have been I mean, because I don't know if that particular maneuver was enough to like
Right.
get as mad as what Pike was acting like he was. Maybe Pike might have said something right away, and then Barsha got lippy at him, like kind of treated him like, yeah, whatever. Who are you, bro? I'm assuming that's what kind of got him so mad.
Oh yeah, I think there was a headbutting incident.
I think that was after the shoulder, though, right?
Yeah, I'm saying, like the fighting, like in the tunnel, was probably because there was a retaliation and it went back and forth a bit.
Right.
Oh no, I was right there. There was no fighting in the tunnel. It was
No, but Weston was ready to get down.
Barsha got off of it. I don't even know that. There wasn't even that close to anything going on. It was Barsha got off of his bike. Well, like Weston rode in front of Barsha, went to the tunnel, got off of his bike, was looking back at like us pulling off the track. Barsha took like 2 steps toward the tunnel, saw Weston was waiting for him, took like 6 quick steps back towards the podium. That's how that went. I was right there.
Like, I'm going to go to the tunnel. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. I've got to
It
go
was
to...
like it was like a line drill in basketball camp. Like, all right, gotta go back this way. 2 steps this way, bam. I'll make a quick cut and head right back to the gate. Where's Gallagher at? I'm gonna hang out by him.
There's no way I want anything to do with going into that tunnel right now.
Pretty much. The Pike camp definitely set a roadblock out.
MafiaMotoCrew.com. We got Nick Way on the line. Pulp Crew saves you 20% off. And selling shirts like crazy. I saw a bunch this weekend again in St. Louis. She must be just rolling in the dough from Mafia Moto Crew sales.
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
That's good.
I'm working on making some new T-shirts and hats and different patches and stuff. And it's been cool. I mean, it's cool to see people wearing it and people into it. A lot of people like tweeting me about whatever. So it's been fun. Sure. Yeah, definitely. It helps us get to the races too. So I appreciate it.
Can we get one sort of like maybe with a PulpMX show, Mafia Moto Crew sort of theme, like like Mafia Moto Crew
collaboration? Yeah,
a collab. Mafia Moto Crew listens to PulpMX show. Why don't you? Or
I don't know. I'm kind of selling image here, and I don't know. You're kind of just not.
What? I'm not what?
Image.
You're just kind of not selling image right now.
I signed autographs, bro, at St. Louis. No?
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not famous.
I think famous people...
You're not selling Toronto Maple Leaf sweatshirts, is what I'm saying.
I disagree. JT?
I know how much you think fashion is your thing, but I just don't see it.
You guys are bastards. Hey, Nick, give me an idea.
Although I do appreciate you wearing the shirt of the race and make yours specific. They're the Steve spec.
Yeah, no, for sure. I enjoy. I think I'm selling shirts. I'm giving you lots of billboard space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, the quad over the table that Brayton was doing. James said he did it once. RV said he did it, but then he couldn't do the triple. You're out there on the track. How gnarly was that, or wasn't it? Or I was very surprised that Brayton's the only guy that busted it out. What'd you think on that?
Well, I think there's a bit of like apprehension about doing some big jumps because Feld, as soon as they see something go on, they're going to knock the takeoff down.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, like I text Prater and ask him if he's going to knock that takeoff or that lip down for the night show, so I could wrap my head around getting over it.
All right.
Was there some changing going on this weekend on the jumps? Because I heard someone tweet say someone changed the jumps for the heat races too.
That rhythm lane where after the finish line, where like most of the guys start going on the tabletop off.
Yeah.
For the night show, they drove the dozer side like I guess not the opposite, perpendicular to the way the riders went.
Yeah.
And it made like a little lip on the off because that's why people were trying to get over it because you couldn't get off of it in practice.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Once they kind of like put that lip. They didn't necessarily build a lip per se, but they made it off like way easier.
It's funny how little you guys need out there to help you. Like how little.
Yeah, literally, you can go like a 2-inch, 3-inch lip on one of those takeoffs, and you're dialed.
Oh yeah, Larry Brooks used to do this on the reg.
Yeah. Yep.
On the rag?
On the reg.
Oh, okay.
Like regularly.
The JT hates when these guys make track changes in between practices, and I agree with him.
Freaking dangerous.
What do you think of that practice, Nick?
When they only thing they make is they made those little things on the 90s this weekend, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about when they add like lips onto the end of tabletops and stuff like that, and they don't tell anyone. And they also
honestly, it wasn't a lip, but I saw when I rode over the finish line after the heat race, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that one I didn't think was a big deal.
Yeah,
I was more talking about. I think it's dangerous for one when they don't tell people like they did at San Diego, and then when they change the track in between practices. They change the track in between practices and. Okay, you go ahead. I'm going to let you talk.
Where at on San Diego? Just hit me with it, for instance.
On the first rhythm section, they added a lip on the end of one, like the tabletop that you guys are quadding out of, where Albertson hit the wall.
But the thing was, no one ever went over that thing.
Oh, don't tell Adam Enignap and Nick Schmidt that because they cased it and flipped over the bars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I don't like when they do they add those bumps in between time practices because and the same with Toronto when they steepened up the jump that comes onto the first turn because it basically ruins one of the practices. Like the times are all different.
Yeah, no, I see that. I mean, it was still faster, I think, but
yeah, but just stuff like that, like they, if you had a really good practice, it's basically like no good anymore when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they don't say anything to you guys as far as if they change it in practice and the times still count for the same time even though the track's changed?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they may say something at times, but the times are all, ruined and they don't do anything about it.
Oh, that seems like...
Yeah, I mean, but it's the same, like obviously the untimed practice doesn't count, but the first time practice is like the most out of shape the track's going to be all day.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
So it's kind of
but it's still got to be, like, you would never see any other form of racing, they would never do that. Like, NASCAR, they're not going to just go throw a chicane in between time qualifying.
Yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying, but, I mean, I guess at the same time, there's only so much time that you can make adjustments to the track.
Make them...
I don't think you have to do it after the first untimed, or don't do it at all.
Exactly. Do not do it in between the time practices.
I think, but that they have it goes right into the.
No, they've been working on the track. They've been working on the track because they've only been running 450 practices.
Oh, okay, all right. So
yeah, because I'm up there in the press box being like, yeah, let's go, guys. Come on, get out there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because I know that was like a lot of their complaint before about like not having time.
Yeah. I'm even okay with it for the night show, like changing it for that, as long as they tell everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
well, like at
tell people what they
Anaheim
did.
too, where they took the diagonal jump out, so you could go like 3-3 down that one rhythm lane closest to.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you tell people, that's fine.
Yeah, they told everybody about that, like while we were waiting, I guess. But that was one where you could see it from where you were watching the lights before we rode or whatever too. But
right.
Wasn't there a race too where Langston just ate shit? They changed.
Yeah, Orlando, 2006.
They made a change.
5 or 6.
He just weeded himself. Pro Circuit.
Yeah,
days.
triple out of the first turn.
Jeez.
They weighed the face down on the takeoff of the triple and didn't tell anyone, and he just freaking took off and was way short and just grenaded himself. He was not happy with Dirtworks.
No, I bet. Well, Nick Way, Houston this weekend. What's your thoughts about it? And how much are you looking forward to the week off like I am?
I mean, I'm not that into the week off. I mean, it seems like we've been getting after it, so we might as well just keep going.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, going into Houston, I remember maybe the first time I ever raced in Houston was when you were my mechanic, Mathis.
Oh, no, please.
I remember,
no, stop it. Don't.
It was Houston Astrodome. And I remember I was able to go there because of the Bad News Bears. Bad News Bears played like their title game in the Houston Astrodome.
You almost fired me that night.
That was a bad night for my flip-flops.
I'm not even talking about me. We on the track walk, though, JT wore flip-flops. And his flip-flops broke. The dirt was tacky, and his flip-flop blew off. Like, it blew off between the toe, so he had to, do a quick 180 and head back to the pits with one shoe on. He walked the start straight with one shoe.
How do you remember what JT's flip-flops did at Houston 02?
Well, I mean, have you ever seen anybody else wear flip-flops on a track walk, let alone have the flip-flop DNF? That's how I remembered.
Good point.
Like shoeless Joe Jackson.
Before. Oh yeah,
shoeless JT.
It was a carefree weekend for JT. Clearly, he had a good race.
I knew who was working on your bike, so I knew I was good for at least one spot.
Do you feel like I would have been maybe profiled in an FMF unsung hero, Nick, for you?
I saw
Unchanged clutch.
Shut up, JT.
Yeah.
Nick, are you going to go do all outdoors?
I'm not planning on it right now, but I'm starting to feel stronger, and I'm entertaining the idea. But I need to make sense of it.
Quit sleeping on the floor. You'll feel a lot better.
So as of right now, what are you going to do? What rounds are you doing?
As of right now, I'm not doing any of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Unless he is doing Glen Helen and going to Canada, though. That was news that broke this weekend.
I heard he was splitting his time back and forth.
I saw that. So he's going to race Glen Helen, and if he wins, and then he's still going to go to Canada, and then if Canada's super lame with the race that he goes to, then he's going to come back?
I don't know. Yeah.
Is that what he's
I think
thinking?
wherever they win, Canada or Ducks just scored overtime to win. Ryan Villepolo coming up soon, folks. Wherever he does better, I think that's where he goes. I don't know. I cannot believe that they're thinking about going to Canada. I love Canada. I'm Canadian, but that
has something to do with the Davey thing and the Tony thing, right?
I don't know.
That's what I would assume.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's ridiculous. You can go to Canada, though, Nick.
You better watch what you say. You're about to get choked anyways.
Why? What do you mean?
I don't know. Seems like it's a sensitive subject, even Alessi's and where they're racing and who's pulling lasers and whatnot. It seems like you get the brunt of the backlash.
I did build Kyle Cunningham's goggles for him this weekend.
Nice, you're back in.
Working my way back in. We got a question for you, Nick, from a listener. You want to take it?
All right.
Hey, is this Nate with the whips?
This is Nate with the whips.
So,
bro, Nate, come on, man.
Hey, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to dog on you. I didn't know if you were just doing it for fun or if that was all you had.
No, let's be real. They're bad.
Yeah, they're not very good. So that was pretty sick.
It's okay. You're still a boss.
Right.
But I just had a question. What was it like when you rode for J-Law's team, being as though he wasn't there for much of the year? I mean, were you still able to do all your testing?
Yeah, it was an exercise in concentration. That's for sure. There's a lot of stuff going on in the peripherals inside of in the truck and whatnot.
Definitely,
there was a whole lot of
for running around.
There was 0% of let's do good, and about 100% of where's J-Law? He ain't in jail, is he?
Nate, yeah, his whips were fine. Come on, Nate.
No, they were fine.
The one
I'm sorry.
Was pretty good.
I had to call in about it.
The other ones were just, I'm just trying not to straight jump.
I do like how you said that your LCQ win was dedicated to Denny Stevenson, another number 27.
No, I actually did the old school 1980s left hand across the right side of your body, point to the crowd on that double over the table. I guess quad we're calling it these days down that rhythm lane. I got nasty on the quad and hit a 1980s point over. So that was for Steven.
I tweeted that. I'm like, I think Nick just pointed to the crowd, but I've never seen that for 20 years. But I think that's what he just did.
That's what it was for. Yeah. Rick Johnson used to bust sweet moves like that out of the gravity cavity at Dilla.
Nate, any more shit to talk on Nick, or is you good?
No, I'm good, man. Nick's the boss. Keep killing it this season. Doing really well, and you guys have a great show.
Thanks for calling, bud. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Nate.
No problem.
Funny how these guys act when they call in.
That was ballsy.
Ballsy, I like it.
I know.
Nate's ballsy. Nick, wait.
Remember that company, Ballsy?
Yeah. Remember the company Balls Energy Drink?
No.
That was around for a little bit.
Nick, there's a thread on Vital MX today that says you should hang it up. How do you wish to comment about that?
Really?
That's fucked.
People are just bummed at me because I'm getting on TV and they're not.
I don't know.
They weren't talking crap when I got 15th. They were like, yeah, that dude's pretty much killing it. Now it's like, yeah, you should probably just
I don't understand the jackass. It's like, the guy's making 450 main events. He's making a good living. He's got a lot of fan base. People love him. Why would you ever, the guy goes, he can't win. Well, okay.
Yeah, so
76 guys in the 80-guy field cannot win.
Yeah, but dude, it was that Bobby M guy. Is
that the Alessi fan did?
Yeah.
Shit.
You just gotta let.
Did he not know that I started in 22nd and his boy hole shot and I passed him?
He doesn't care. He doesn't know. He doesn't care.
Here's the deal with that.
I'm just hitting him with some straight facts.
Well, actually, somebody said that. He's like, you realize you passed your boy, right? And he actually laughed.
Nick's style has evolved over the years. Like, it's not like Nick's been around a long time, but you watch Nick ride compared to when he rode. It's evolved. Like, it hasn't stayed stagnant. You know, he has moved around the bike. His style's different. So I don't know. People are fucked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could see like some haters if I was running around acting like I was rad, but it's pretty obvious that I'm always trying to improve and whatnot. Like, right. I mean, I know
2 clicks.
Getting 11th is not where I want to be, but at the same time, yeah, like I'm not going to be bummed. Like, I like riding dirt bikes,
right?
And I'm improving. Like, I had a good time hanging out with my team guys this weekend, and like some friends at the races. Like, do you want me to act like it just sucks? And
yeah,
I'm on suicide watch because I got 11th. Like,
I wonder who else is making 6 figures racing a dirt bike. Like, really, like,
and paying for like everything on their own.
Yeah, I mean,
guide, whatever.
JT, how would you JT, how'd you like to make 6 figures and race Supercross right now?
I'm good. That's why I quit.
Okay, never mind. Bad example. I'm just saying. I think a lot of people would like that. You know what I mean? And I there's nothing wrong with. I talked to Kevin Windham about this, and I said, Windham, you're still like a top 10 guy, and he was just disgusted with that. And I wish that attitude would change a little bit more.
He's still making a lot of money, and all he has to do is bust some transfers.
Okay, maybe so. Maybe so.
But he goes for it on these transfers.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not taking anything away from that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I get nervous watching him because I'm like,
yeah, he's gnarly. That came out wrong.
I want to see him get wheeled out of here. Yeah. No, I'm with you for sure. Like, obviously, what he's doing is a lot easier than racing, but
yeah,
at the same time, I don't know. I'm just assuming he's kind of like.
How old?
It's hard to justify what he's doing risk-wise, like for what I could think that he's probably getting compensated, but I don't know.
He's still a 6-figure guy. I know that for a fact because I know what he was asking for.
Nick, Nick, you like 33, 34? What are you?
I'm 33.
Yeah. See, that's pretty impressive, man. Pretty impressive, I think.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I try hard. I mean, obviously, I was talking to Rick Johnson because he helped me a bunch when I rode for the Suzuki team. Like, 10 years ago, I guess now. And he was like, how long are you going to do this for? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know how much longer. I got to do better if I'm going to keep racing. But I feel like it's hard for me to be like, you know what, I suck because, like, I would smoke me 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I would smoke me 10 years ago.
I'm going to ghost race.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the part people don't get is like I felt the same way. Like 2012 was a mess. I sucked. But even like 2010, I would absolutely have
not
worked myself in 2004, and I was doing way better. You know, just totally different. Everything's gotten so much faster.
Yeah, that's kind of like the reality that's hard to like get around. But then, I mean, obviously, like I've been riding with Ryan a bunch lately, and even then, like the last 3 weeks, I've improved a lot just by riding with him. So it's kind of like one of those things, too. You get to a point where it's like, well, what's my upside? Like, how much money can I spend on, like, improving or this extra 1% on my bike that's going to cost me $10,000? Like, do I really need that? Or do I need to spend this money on a track? Like, is that going to help? Where it's like, it seems like, the Chad and Ryan, those two guys specifically are, like, from the get-go have, like, always been committed to investing in themselves. Ryan spent more money on trainers and tracks and land and stuff than I've made the last 5 years of racing.
I just bought a microphone preamp for this show. I'm also investing in myself. Good story?
Yeah. Good job.
Killing radio, bro.
Killing it.
That might not have been a good move.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
I know, right?
That's a good friend. That ain't
crickets. All right, hey, Nick, we're going to run. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
All right, keep it real, guys.
Mafia
Good
Motor
job,
Crew,
Nick. Keep it up, man.
Nick Way, Pulp Crew saves you 20%. Get your orders in now. Be like Nick Way and support some Mafia Motor Crew. Thanks, buddy.
Can we get JT in some flip flops this weekend?
I don't know. Weather might be up for it. Might have to break them out. Mathis has got some. I know it.
Get some of those string. I don't know. You're not on that budget anymore. Those are probably not on your level. They're not
get
going
the jankiest ones available. Hopefully, I have a blowout.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Birkenstocks, bro.
All right, thanks, Nick.
All right, later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
JT, thank you, bud. Appreciate it. I'll let you go. You're a couple hours ahead of us. Thanks for your contributions tonight on the show.
All right.
All right, see ya.
You guys going to talk to RV or what?
Yeah, we are. We're going to come back after commercial and have Ryan Villapoto on. Would you like to?
Are you going to tell him it was raining yellow?
I'm going to ask him if James. I'm going to ask him if James is in his head.
Oh, man, I kind of want to be on for that.
We'll call you back if you want.
Yeah, call me back. I got to hear this.
Okay. All right. Call you back. Jason Thomas coming back with our Monster Energy Kawasaki's Ryan Villapoto on the PulpMX Show presented by BTOsports.com.